What's up there, Mr. Cows? How you doing, man?
Man, what's going on today, man? How are you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Want to send a shout out. Before I get started, hey, I'm Coach Hightower with the Real Man Talking. I'm here with my partner, Matt Cows. Man, we're going to be giving you some tips today, man, on health and wellness. As you know, the Real Man Talk, we focus on health and wellness, mindset, and financial literacy. So today, we're going to be talking a little bit about health and wellness. But I want to send a shout out to my neighbor, Kenneth Rosenthal, who just signed with Oklahoma Baptist University. I just came from his signing ceremony. Want to send him a shout out and hey, want to tell him, hey, good job, man. But the journey starts now. So you're completely starting over, going to a new university, new college as a freshman. Everything you did in high school is now pretty much obsolete. Now you have to create your own path, but I have no doubt, man, that you can do that. So I want to tell you good luck, man, in the next 4 years at the university. But that's what's been going on with me, man, so far this morning. How has your morning been going, brother?
Man, so far everything's going pretty good, man. Just enjoying the morning. Did a little bit of work this morning, so now I'm just taking a break and doing this. Just meeting up with you to share some information about what we got going on this upcoming year, especially this coming weekend, man. So
So
let's get into it,
let's
bro.
actually get into it, man. Let's not waste no time because we have a lot going on and we really don't have a lot of time. So what we want to do, as you know, the Real Men Talk, we normally go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. This year, because we're doing so much stuff, a lot of the conversations will not be live. They will be pre-recorded. However, once a month we will be going live. So just tune into the Wednesdays and you will catch us. But we want to start, you know, the new year off talking about the events that we have going on, as well as some of the things we're working on. And as we're going through this and we're doing these events, I want you all to understand that we're going through the same process that other men are going through. Even though we're putting these workshops, we're going through the workshops, we're putting in the work. So even with the health and wellness and tips and goals, Mac and myself, we're doing the same thing. So one of the things we're both working on, and I can speak for myself, is definitely my diet and trying to lose some more weight and build more muscle. So what I've been doing so far this year, I've really cut back on eating after 10 o'clock. Um, there's been some challenges with that. I think I've probably messed up twice, but however, I'm still going through it, but been able to lose about 4 or 5 pounds in this month, just not eating after 10 o'clock. Um, and that's one of the things. What's some of the things that you've been working on, Mac, before I get too much into it?
Man, it's kind of the exact same thing, man. Trying to lose some weight like everybody else, right? Getting older, metabolism moving slower, so I'm a lot more conscious of my eating habits, a lot more conscious of just working out more, right? So since for the month of January, I think I lost about 10 pounds. I know,
Wow.
right? So go to do another 10 pounds next month. Well, this month, right? It's February 1st, right? Another do another 2 pounds, another 10 pounds again, and continue just to eat right and be more active and more healthy. So that's part of my goal for this year, just to be to live healthier, right? So not so much focus on losing weight, but just to be more healthier. So if I'm more healthier lifestyle, I think out of the weight, the energy, and everything just happen automatically. So that's my plan. So yeah.
So, want to make understand you correctly. What have you done so far? I want to understand you correctly. You said you lost about 10 pounds doing what?
Man, I lost about 10 to 12 pounds. Man, basically everything I've been doing is just going to the gym almost like 4 to 5 times a week on a regular basis. I think this time the success is coming from just going. There have been a lot of days this month that I just did not want to go. So I just get up, go to the gym, and I might go. My intensity may be very low, but yet for an hour and 15 minutes, I'm still working out. I'm still doing the work. I'm still doing everything I should be doing, but I'm still going. So just every little bit of help. So going every single day, well, 4 days a week, doing the cardio, doing everything like that to make sure that that I lose this weight, man. And again, it's not so much about losing weight, just by really just getting healthy. So my goal is actually to gain more muscle. So not so much lose weight, just to gain more muscle. Um, just so much better, I think. So that's my plan for the year, man. Just continue on just doing that, eating healthy and going to the gym 5 times a week.
Good job. Good job, man. Good job. I would tell you, and that's something that we've been doing, holding each other accountable for, is going to the gym. And I've been going to the gym more frequently. But my goal this year is to be more intentional when I go to the gym. So what I've been doing, I've been using a particular program on my phone that pretty much have the workouts designed for me. Because in the past, I would go there and I would do my cardio, I would do my weights. It's almost like going through the motions. And I was getting a workout in, but now I'm more intentional. Now I want to, define my arms and define my chest more. Also, I want to, I'm building up my endurance with cardio. Uh, I'm very intentional with running. I hate running, but the more I hate it, the more I'm starting to love it more. So, just watching how my heart rate get to a certain rate. Now my heart rate sometimes don't get to a certain rate because I'm building up that endurance. So, that's what I've been doing. I've been very intentional with going to the gym. It's becoming fun now because I'm now slowly seeing some of the progress. I'm seeing my strength go up, and just it's one of them things for me where if you're not comfortable with the exercises, some of these workout exercises I'm not comfortable with. But once again, it's part of the process. So I'm doing different exercises I usually don't do. But I want to tell you, man, good job, man. Good job. Keep going to that gym. Keep being intentional. And once again, as Mac and I, we talk about this offline. The hardest part sometimes is just going to the gym. So if you can just get yourself in the habit of just going to the gym, then you can start working on those other things. But what we tend to find out is most people they just have that challenge going to the gym. So in regards to that, man, I would tell you just be intentional and just prepare. Start having your workout clothes ready. Start having that time set aside that you know that you're going to utilize for the gym, and just make yourself go. And I would tell you, from my experience, if you make yourself go to the gym and you make it in that gym, you go get some type of workout in. It may not be what you want, but you go end up doing something. So the goal is just to do it. Just to do it.
The goal is just to show up, right? And one thing I have noticed is that because I've been going so regular, I've been not making friends, but people know
Yeah.
me. So
Yeah.
it's a lot more fun when you go to the gym by yourself and the people that it makes it more, it makes it better. So I kind of go on a regular basis so that because I don't talk to everybody. I'm still kind of private, but yet I work out sometimes with people. I just talk to people. So now the gym is more of a social thing also for me. So, and I'm also realizing that it could be a networking opportunity for me as time go on. So that's also the benefit of going to the gym. Um, and one thing you said, man, is one thing that I noticed is just working with clients in general is just finding ways to eliminate barriers. You
Mm,
um, you said at first to have your clothes made out. I want to say even go before that is the night before. Everything happens for me the night before. So just making preparations, making sure that my alarm goes off on time, making sure that everything is set out, making sure I already know before I go to gym what am I going to work on. Um, just really making sure that everything is done before I wake up in the morning, so that I just get up in the morning or whenever you just go and there's like no hindrance. So I find that to be the most easiest way for me to go to the gym 4 times a week is that I remove all barriers and I go to bed early on time. Go to bed early so I'm not tired in the morning. So I can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, and go to the gym. So just those little small things, man. And then also I found out that you can't train a bad diet. That's the one thing that I've noticed, and I knew over for years, but
mm.
I'm feeling it now more than I'm older. That if I eat bad the day before, man, the very next day when I go to the gym, I'm sluggish. My motivation is low. The intensity is low. Man, that is a bad workout session. So, um, staying on the diet, right? Doing the meal prepping, the meal planning. So what I started doing now is on Sundays, I map out my whole diet for the week. So I'll cook heavy on Sunday, maybe cook heavy again on Tuesday or Wednesday, and we kind of go off of that for the whole week. And that has been able to help me to lose the weight faster one, I'm not going to eat so much. I'm not going to Taco Bell or all those places.
There you go. There you
Really,
go.
really there, man. And it's I put it in the bowls. So I think I think this year, man, I think that goal will I'm definitely gonna hit that mark by April. So I'm looking forward to this year, man. Just being healthier, man. I also noticed that my energy is a whole lot better, man. I'm in a better mood, man. I think I'm just a better person to be around. So just not being healthy, man. There's so much that goes with not being healthy, man. Even you know that, man. Just not being healthy.
Let me tell you something. I tell people going to the gym is like therapy for me. For me, I can only speak for me. Only because I'm able to get those endorphins working, as well as that's almost like my quiet time. And as Max stated, you got to prepare. So something to prepare. And matter of fact, let me share some things with you. I want to make sure um, I set you up for success. It's four things I usually do. I prepare. What Mac talking about in regards to preparing, I'm making sure my clothes are ready. I'm making sure my headphones are charged up. I'm making sure I have my workout gloves if I'm using my workout gloves. I'm making sure my phone is charged up. That's all the stuff I'm preparing for. And then I got a plan, and I don't even have to worry about the plan because once again, I already have an app that has a plan for me. So one of the apps I use is Gains, and it's on Android. I don't know if it's on Apple, but it's Gains. And the thing I like about Gains is that if you want to work on a particular body part, it has a workout plan for that. If you want to do a completely just a program, say if I want to do a full body workout, it probably got five different full body workouts for me, and it has the timer on it. It has the reps. It has everything I need. So that's part of the preparation and the plan. And the third thing, Ian, is you have to put the work in. Bottom line, everything in life requires you to put that work, labor, and energy in. And then after that, you want to reassess. So I have to go back and reassess and see what I did last month. And last month, I did some things well and some things I can pretty much tweak. And that's what we're going to do is tweak some of them things to get that goal. And what the real men talking, what Mac and I want are doing this year, we're making sure we're being intentional, and also we're holding men who's part of us um, accountable and making sure they're being intentional. Um, as Mac talked about with the barriers, man, one of the things I do to eliminate some of them barriers is I put my phone on do not disturb. When I'm in the gym, my phone do not disturb me unless you're one of them people that can just get to me. So um, and you can set your phone up that only certain people can reach you. But when I'm working out, I try not to take no calls by keeping on do not disturb. I don't look at any text messages. That is my time. I don't know how you do it, but you got to have some type of dedication time where it's just your time. So when we go into the gym, listening to my music, working out, is almost like meditation. However, I'm still working my body, I'm still working my brain, and as Max stated, it also can be a social event. Not that I'm looking to socialize, but you start to see some of the same people doing some of the same things. And as you notice, some of the people that's doing some of the same things, sometimes they have that same mindset and that same work ethic. And then sometimes the people that you want to be around. It just depends on what you're searching for. But you're right about that. And actually in China and some of the Asian communities, um, a lot of the men go to the gym as well as a lot of the women go to the gym because it's more of a social thing. I found it very interesting. I was talking to actually an Asian guy at the gym, and he was telling me that back in this country, they meet up there, and that's where they're able to socialize and network because I think there's more men than women over there. So because of that, it's kind of an isolation thing, but it can be a networking thing. Outside of that, I want to give you a tip, and then I'm gonna let Mac take over, and we'll be out of here. But I also want to encourage you all to get you a good probiotic. Um, Realized when I was working with Herbalife, man, a lot of people have digestive issues. And it
Mhm.
goes back to not making sure that gut is in place. And I think that's sometimes one of the things that we possibly neglect is our gut. But a good probiotic can help balance that chemical that's in your body, at least in your gut, which is going to improve your health. It also helps with your mental because it helps with the mental health. Your gut has your gut does a lot down there, but the probiotic help manage the good and bad bacteria, and you can get some of that out from your food, such as yogurt, such as sauerkraut. It also helps with your cholesterol. You can go to HEB, not promote, but I usually just drink the tea because the tea is probiotic and it's fermented, so it helps balance that. But digestion is a big issue if you're trying to lose weight. When I was working as a wellness coach for Herbalife, talking to a lot of my female clients, I realized a lot of them suffer from a lot of digestive issues. So I was very knowledgeable in that aspect in regards to just learning about the probiotics, the fiber. Um, but if you're not going to the bathroom on a regular basis, that's part of, you know, the weight loss journey because you can be sitting with probably 5 to 7 pounds of fecal matter in your body. So it's very important, man, that you keep yourself regular. So I want to encourage you all to get a good probiotic. You can get it in a capsule form, peel form, powder form. Myself personally, I like it in the yogurt form or as well as a tea. That's how I tolerate it. But it does keep me regular and does keep my um, body balanced off. And also, it has a lot of good vitamin K and vitamin D in those probiotics. That's all I have, Matt. What's up, brother?
Man, no, 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 man. I really appreciate you bringing that out because that's something that people forget about, and me too, right? But I also want to tell everybody, man, about the benefits. So you know that one of the things that we're about is becoming better, right? Getting to the next level, either it's your finances, your emotional health, your finances. Um, I'm joking about that, right? But
Yeah,
finances is really important, man.
it is.
It is what it is, right? Having financials, it makes us have a better life, do things that we want to do. But working out, man, I think I shared this with you before, man. You ever seen a fat millionaire? You just
Not,
don't see them.
not too many.
The ones I see that's fat and millionaires, they're old,
Right, correct.
and so they've been sitting on that money for a long time. But I don't ever see no fat millionaires coming up, man. So that's just motivation for people. Like, hey, you know what? If I'm overweight and I'm not active, it's it's just one of those things, man. You don't see fat millionaires. And also, whenever we're in shape and healthy, we can think better, we can last longer, our endurance to persist or be resilient from diversity and problems, our stress tolerance is higher. Man, there's so many benefits of working out, man, and being healthy. It's incredible. And you said earlier, man, improve mood, man.
Yeah.
Improve mood, better sleep. Man, it all goes into the process of becoming the best version of ourselves. And health, they say is wealth. What does that say, man? What the health is your wealth, wealth is your
Well,
health.
let me tell you something.
Wait like
Health,
that, man.
health is wealth.
Yeah.
Health, everything that we're talking about, and Mac, I like how you threw that. You kept talking about finances, but all this, it encumbers itself. It comes together. All of this, health and wellness plays a factor to your longevity. It plays a factor to your creativity, your professionalism, everything that you're trying to do. It goes back to health. So when a lot of people become very successful, just saying their business or whatever they're doing, if you notice, they're trying to buy back their time. They're trying to elongate their life. So they're working on themselves. They're staying healthy because once again, you can have all the money in the world and you can be comfortable, but if you don't have health, there's millionaires that's begging to get a heart. Billionaires begging to have extra days. So it's very important, man, that we take care of ourselves. So, as we get older, we get to live. It's more of a better quality of life. Let's just say that. So the better we take care of ourselves now, the better quality of life we'll have in the future. If not, it's people right now that's our age and we're young. We're in our mid 40s, but it's people right now with major health issues such as heart problems, diabetes, oxygen.
Mm.
I don't want to be like that at 60. I want to still be like I am, if not better, at 60 and 70 years old. So if we have these issues right now, just imagine what you're going to be like 10 years from now if your health is already deteriorating at a young age. So that's why it's very important, man, that we tackle it right now. And it takes a little bit. It don't take a lot, man. But it starts up here. You have to change that mindset. And as Max stated, um, you can't train you can't train a healthy diet or what was the
Man,
phrase? Say again?
You can't train a bad diet.
You can't train a bad diet.
Because man, health is a lot of times with weight loss and fitness, it's about 85, 90% your diet. So if we get our diet under control, man, we'll be all right. You ain't even got to work out as hard. Just the diet alone. Um, so yeah, just get the diet right, and we'll be better.
And
Um, go ahead.
I say I wanted to actually emphasize on that because, as you know, man, depends on how you was raised, man. A lot of us grew up with bad habits. Even myself, man, I grew up drinking sodas, eating chips, um, pork, bologna sandwiches. It was just survival mode. Now that I'm older, I'm realizing, oh man, I grew up on that, but that stuff is not really healthy. So it goes back to once again just changing that
Relay.
mindset and learning because it becomes habit of nature. I grew up, going to fucking 7-Eleven buying burritos and sandwiches. That stuff is processed. None of that stuff is good. So I'm saying this because I know many of us may have those bad habits and we're used to just eating a certain way, but just because we used to eating a certain way don't make it good. So we have to change our mind and we have to start putting good things in our bodies and start eliminate them habits. And I'm eliminate some of those habits, man. I'm like, damn, it's the way I grew up. And because I grew up like that, I've constantly kept some of those bad habits. So it goes back to here just changing that. And also I want to transition, let you all know this is going to be our first, and as Max stated, we got a lot going on this year, but it's going to be our first accountability meeting come this Saturday, February 4th. It's only for men, only for men. And I want to encourage you to go to the link. And as soon as you open up the link, you go to the very matter of fact, it's at the very top. I want you to click on that link and I want you to sign up to get the link. And I want you to come February 4th at 8 o'clock.
Central.
Central. Central Standard Time. Now, let me tell you how we came up with this time. It was very strategic. Mac and I, we put a lot of thought into coming up with this time because we realized, men are very busy and they're busy throughout the week. So we said, what date can we come up that we possibly can get these men's attention and provide this value that we want to give to them and help them be accountable? So we came up with 8 o'clock. Now we realized we got people on the West Coast that's going to be joining us. So we also got people on the East Coast. So this was the best time that we was able to come up with so everybody can somewhat be suitable. However, we're still getting up early. We'll be up probably at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Mac is up early anyway, but I'll be up at least 6 or 7. But we'll start at 8. And this is only going to be no longer than an hour, possibly an hour and a half. Right now, we're looking just for an hour. However, I want to challenge you, man, that want to be accountable and you want to work through these goals this year. Come and show up and we go talk about that as well as we go talk about a couple of social issues, but we go talk to you all and we go come up with a plan, but we only go meet one Saturday, which is going to be the first Saturday of every month at 8 o'clock in the morning. So go to the link at coachhightower.com. You click the very first link that says free accountability group. Free accountability group. Now, if you're not serious, man, I don't want you just coming in and poking your head. If you're very serious about what you want to do, we want you to meet us. And this is going to be online. Meet us at the link. And when we come together, we'll talk and you'll be to understand what we're doing. But we're holding each other accountable for 2023. No more excuses. No more excuses. Mac, you want to talk about the other things we got going on for the rest of the year, brother?
Well, I just want to stay on this accountability thing real for a little bit longer, man. Just briefly, man. I want to say again, man. Again, this is a accountability group for men, and this is a place where, again, man, we can't do this alone. I learned this from experience. To get to the next level, we need support, and this is one of the reasons why we created this group. We want to support each other, support other men to get to the next level. So this is why we got this group. So please don't try to do this. Your goal, whatever your goal is, you don't got to do it by yourself. There's other men in this group that is here to support and help you on this journey. Again, if we all doing it together, this journey is a whole lot easier, and there'll be less burnout, less fatigue, and more. Again, with this support alone, you can probably meet your goals a whole lot easier and a whole lot quicker. So I just want to add that to like motivate the brothers, man. Come on out, be a part of this thing. Let this year be the year that we network and we build relationships with each other, healthy relationships with each other. All right. So that's I really want to talk about that, man.
Thank
But
you.
go.
Good,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
I would say good job, Ben. Mac hit it. Mac hit it with these healthy relationships, and this is something that we're going to be talking about in the future. But I love what my brother stated earlier, man. Um, you can do it by yourself, man. But what we have learned, it's going to take you a little bit more time to do things by yourself. So it's so important, man, that we come together collectively. However, we're not going to agree on everything, but the common goal is to move toward whatever that mission or that goal that you're working on. That's the common goal. So once again, it goes back to changing the mindset. And once you start changing the mindset, man, we it's nothing that we can't do. But just keep in mind, man, you're not going to agree with me. You're not going to agree with Mac on everything. That's just not going to happen. However, find whatever that common goal is and work for that common goal. But we have to work together. Mac and I, we talk to a lot of brothers, a lot of men that's out there doing some extraordinary things. Extraordinary things. However, because they're doing so many things by themselves, there's only so much you can do. Because what we're doing, man, we're trying, Mac and our goal, man, we're trying to reach uh, many men this year. And we got some strategic techniques that we'll talk about later on in regards to how we're doing that. But we're trying to reach as many men as we can. But we really want just to educate, empower, and help evolve men. And this goes back to just keeping the family together, bringing the family together, and just educating ourselves. Definitely, Max said finances many times, but financial literacy is one of the things that we're keening in on. But it also goes back to working on that mindset, that health and wellness.
That's true, man. Um, so let's go and transition a little bit like you want to do, man. So the big event we got going on right now, we got a couple of them. One coming right now is going to be on May 6th. Mastering Manhood. Mastering Manhood Conference is going to be going down this year. This is it's an opportunity that we're going to come together again for fellowship and networking. And at the same time, man, we're going to come together and get some great information from some great speakers and teachers. This is not going to be like the workshops where it's about trying to make you feel good and real motivational. No, no, no. That's not what we do. This workshop was designed to give you real techniques, real tools, so that you can use them immediately. It's not a feel good workshop at all. You'll feel good about doing it, but it's not about motivation. It's about making sure that when you leave here, you can do these things immediately when you go home and improve your quality of life and improve your family functioning. Some of the topics we got going on, man. Hold on, let me put this up because there are several topics. One of them is what is the role of the man?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We
something
got
about
what is the role of the man?
father,
Uh,
something with blended families, right? Oh
oh
man, I'm
man,
sorry.
yeah.
Hold on. Let me get it up. I'm
Yeah.
having a moment, man.
Well, don't I got you. I got you because I understand why you're having a moment because we really telling you about it, but we're trying to tell you about it and still be evasive because we still got to finalize some things. Uh,
Okay,
but definitely, he's right. We're talking about the role of a man, and
role
we
of the
got a
man.
phenomenal speaker. And probably next 5 days, you'll hear about the speakers that's going to be there. We got some man. We got some heavy hitters that's on this program that you want to be with. You want to tune into this. But the role of a man, we're going to be talking about, which is very important because we realize uh, some men are just lost and not for sure, how to navigate, how to move, and so we're gonna be talking about that. We also be going to be discussing how to build relationships.
Yeah,
Mac and I, we realized just from doing this over the last couple of years, sometimes men do not know how to network as well as how to build those relationships. So we're gonna be talking about how to build those relationships. We also gonna be talking about how to build a legacy and leave a legacy. Um, uh, can't talk too much about this brother, but I will be talking about him. But multimillionaire, have helped many other people become millionaires. He's going to be in the building, but you definitely want to tune into that in regards if you're trying to build and leave a legacy, which goes to our financial literacy piece. The other subject we're going to be talking about is the role of a man.
no. So we already did that one. The other one is going to be about blended families.
Blended families.
Blended families is going to be the other one, And the last one we got is a new one, is singlehood, or how
Single
to,
men, single
yeah,
men dating.
single men dating, how to date being single. So those are the areas that we got. We got how to the role of the man, building healthy relationships, blended families, fatherhood, and how to leave a legacy. All right, so those are what we got right now, man. These are some pretty good topics that I think most men need some help with. And based on what our research, people say, hey, these are the topics that we like. So this is what we put together, man. So May 6th, it's going down. Mastering Manhood Conference. The first one,
Yes,
annual,
yes,
first annual Mastering Manhood Conference.
yes.
So this is the one that we're excited with for about everything. So please come out and support. All right. We also we're going to have another major event this fall. We haven't nailed down a date. Is it going to be what, September or October timeframe?
We still, that's part of the things that we got to nail down. So we
No.
got Mac and I, we got two other events that we're planning, but we haven't nailed it down because we still focusing on this May 6th Mastering Manhood, which is going to be phenomenal because this is going to be in Houston, but it's going to be an international thing because we got men as far as South Carolina, Oklahoma, bunch of brothers from Dallas coming down. This is going to be a major event.
November, people are coming from out of the country too now.
Yes, yes.
So it's
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Matter of fact, the speaker may be. Oh, well, I ain't gonna say no. I ain't gonna say nothing about it, but it's gonna be an event, y'all. It's gonna be a good event, man. Come on out.
So I didn't get a chance to share this with you. I did talk to the speaker. We do have a speaker that's coming from Colombia. Um, he's very supportive. He's on board. That he's flying all the way from Colombia just to help us with this, and he's going to be talking about single man dating because we realize a lot of men are out there dating and really not for sure what to look for. So, and it's also actually going to help you, women and ladies, as well, because as you stated, sometimes men don't know what they want and they're wasting your time. So we gonna make sure they're not wasting your time. So with the single man dating, they gonna be giving a lot of tips and helping men in regards to what they're looking for. If they're looking for a long-term partner, they're gonna be getting that information. If you're looking just to be dating, they go show them how to analyze and do that because let's face it, most men not really for sure what they're looking for. So, but yeah, talking to him, man, we got some other things in regards to health and wellness, man. That's we ain't even talked about that's going to play a major factor in Houston as well as the state of Texas. Um, so we still strategizing that.
Is there workshops still happening? That marriage couple retreat?
Thank you for bringing that up. So
Mm.
those who's interested in the marriage retreat that my wife and Wake Up Legacy was doing, it has been postponed. I would get back with you all on that, but it has been postponed due to logistic reasons. That's all it is. But we're still putting on the event, which is an amazing event in regards to those who's married and who's looking for tools to pretty much enrich their marriage and relationship. But that it has been postponed, but you still can reach out to me and I can give you information. And we haven't came up with a date, but I think we're gonna do it towards the later part of the year because we was doing it at the end of March, and a lot has came up between right now. So between now and March, we just need more time to advertise and promote. That's all it is. So we go push it out a little further.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Mac. Thanks for that.
Yeah. So, can you talk a little bit about the camping trip that you're going on with the other organization?
Wow, man. So the cabin trip, Mac and I had the privilege of doing an event last year in Dallas. We did our first Real Man Talk. I'm not gonna say our first Real Man Talk, but it was actually more of a workshop that we did in Dallas. And we ended up meeting another organization that's doing a similar process that we're doing in regards to just educating and empowering men called the Gentleman Roundtable. So the Gentleman Roundtable, they're doing an event this April. They've been doing it for the last 3 years. And what they do is they go to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. They get a cabin, and the men are pretty much there in the cabin for 2 days. Now, the purpose of that, this actually gives men actually the ability to be vulnerable and transparent. And they are able to talk about things with other men that they're not able to talk about. And man, it's from talking to the founder, man, it's so um, what's the word I'm using? It's so therapeutic, man, that many lives have been changed. When I say change, men that possibly that was on the verge of being homeless now pretty much owning their business. Um, Men are building better relationships. That now you got men that's having relationships and they're able to talk as brothers and friends. But it's more of a therapeutic thing. So March 31st to April 2nd in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Real Men Talk and the Gentleman Roundtable, we will be partnering together and we will be meeting up there and will be supporting them in regards to the cabin trip. We call it the cabin trip. But it's an opportunity for men to get away and just once again talk about these challenging things that we don't always get a chance to talk about, and also we get a chance to provide solutions. Um, as you all know, Mack is a psychotherapist. He's very adept in what he does, very great. And one thing we notice, man, is it's just hard to get men sometimes to open up, and sometimes it goes to trust. And once again, it goes back to as us as men, we have always been taught and believe you take care of your own business, you keep your business to yourself. So we've been able to create a safe environment, man, that men feel safe and feel comfortable. And with that, we're able to help. Mac and I realize sometimes, man, we try to reinvent the wheel, and the wheel don't have to be reinvented. There's nothing new under the sun. So many times people already got solutions, they already got strategies, they also got experiences, which helps you to navigate better through that process. And I was talking to a brother earlier this week, man, and he finally talked to me. It's been a minute, but I had to let him know. And I'm telling you all, the men that's listening, you're not alone. You're not alone. So when men call Mac and I and they be telling us their challenges, it's pretty much the same challenges that we hear from majority of the men, and it's nothing new. It can be relationship issues, it can be childhood issues, it can be financial issues, it can be self-esteem issues. They're all pretty much the men are crying out about the same thing. And then they tell us, I just been dealing with this on my own. Don't know how to deal with it. And when they get around us and other men, man, if y'all can just see the energy and the synergy that takes place in the healing, man, it's very therapeutic. So the cabin trip, if you're interested, you can go to the Facebook and type in the Gentleman Roundtable. I don't have it on my site because I'm not promoting it because it's really their event and we're just supporting it. But I think they may have 2 or 3 slots available. So go to Facebook and type in the Gentleman Roundtable, and you should be to get more information. And shout out to Brother Fred.
Hmm. Man, I know we didn't talk about this yet, but I want to just put a little bit out there, man. Um, this year we're going to be starting a support group for men. Um, we haven't really got in detail, but I really want to let everybody know that to pretty much off of what you said, you don't have to do this alone. So many of us brothers been dealing with so much stuff, and we're losing the battle not because we don't know what to do, but because we're just alone. And we get tired, we get drained, we get frustrated, we get overwhelmed, we get defeated, and we just throw our hands up. This is why we're creating the support group because we found out that other men has went through the same stuff and can help you, give you some tips on how to do it. Matter of fact, when I went through my own divorce, you know this, you don't know, man. Man, I say this all doggone time. Woo! You helped me out so much, man. Because I was going through it all by myself, nobody to talk to, dealing with all those emotions, all those thoughts, all those issues, man. And dude, I found out that I got through it because of you.
I
And
mean,
I'm able, and I work with people, and they got through it because of support.
wow.
So, man, this is not the time where too macho, too independent, too just I don't do that mess. So I'm just gonna just be hard. Man, all that stuff is not necessary no more, man. It ain't necessary no more. A healthy, healed man is a prosperous man. Period. And I can't say that no simpler. If you're emotionally broken, you would never be fully about your business and you would never be in your purpose. And if you're not in your purpose, you would not be fulfilled. You will be depressed. You will be lonely. You will act out. And you won't be no good to yourself or to your family. So this is why we're doing this support group. We want to help build us up, build you up. So that's coming out sometime this spring, this summer time frame. But I just want to put it out there early so that you know that it's coming and why it's coming and why we're doing it. So that's all I have about that, man. That was, and I know that they wouldn't plan, man, but that was just on my heart that we got to put that out there early.
I want to tell you, man. First of all, brother, thank you for even sharing that with me. And it goes back to iron sharpens iron, man, because I remember when I was going through my divorce, man, it was very challenging, man. And when you're going through it, you're not really for sure who to talk to. And depends on some men, you may feel embarrassed. Um, you feel like a failure, and I'm just speaking generally from myself. And some of the men's kind of echoed some of the same things. Because when it comes to marriage, man, and I'm speaking from a man standpoint, uh, most men when we get married, to us, it's a lifetime thing. Most men, we take. I'm speaking once again from most men. We take marriage very serious. So usually when a man gets married, he's not looking to get a divorce because there's a lot that goes into it. And when it don't work, man, it can put him in a very lonely place, a very hurt place. That probably is one of the lowest points I was in my life, man, when I was going through that. Uh, and I was able to make it through, man. And it took a lot. Um, so I want to thank you, man, for even sharing that, man, because as it goes back to all of us are going through something, all of us going through something. When I say that, man, Mac and I, we talk to men all the time from ages as young as 18, as old as 70 plus years old. And you'd be surprised that some of the common things that most men are dealing with. Most men are dealing with a lot of things when it comes to just whether it's self esteem, whether it's relationship issues, financial issues, um, not feeling worthy. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's a combination of things. And when we see that, man, this is what really motivates us and pushes us because once we get these men and we start to see them grow, man, it's little things that we just see men just grow from. Um, I can tell you just based off some of the workshops we have done, man, just seeing some of the men just becoming more intentional and just working on themselves, whether it's their health and wellness, whether it's their communication, diet. These men are intentionally wanting to be better and they want to have better relationships. So I'm glad Max shared that, man. But most men share the same thing. It just they don't come out and openly say this. We hear all this in the background, and that's why we do these accountability groups because when they come to us, they want to talk one on one, and most men want to talk one on one, which is cool. But you're no different than these other men because they're dealing with some of the similar things. And a lot of these men is extraordinary, man. They're extraordinary and very resilient. And once again, you'll never know how they overcome some of these things unless you actually hear their story. So this is once again part of the real man talk is to talk about these things and man, just to build more healing. And Mac has been very instrumental, man, in just making people feel more comfortable to go in to see a therapist. And I want to thank you, brother, because you have helped me in so many ways. So many ways, just little bitty things in regards to just changing your mindset, how you look at things. But we noticed over the last couple of years, our people are very in tune now than they were ever in regards to just open to therapy, especially when they see someone that looks like them. And there's another black man that looks like me, another black man that's a single father like me, another black man that was married, probably not married, may be married. To the point, man, you can structure your own therapist what you want them to look like. The mental health therapy has pretty much opened up and pretty much have been involved in so many ways that you can customize what you want your therapist to be like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. So that's what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. It is a genuine love for the people, man. That's all. So other than that, man, I don't know anything else we want to discuss before we get out of here, man. I think we shared everything. Oh, I do want to say that we will be doing some meetups this year. And I know where we're gonna do them, but probably be in Texas. We probably do something probably in Houston or in Dallas again. Um, or we may go down there to someplace else.
Hey, it depends on what they call us, man. What they call right now, Houston's where it's at, and it's crazy because we've been doing events, and Houston hasn't been a place that we have done event. As well as we got to come to Killeen. We've been doing events in Vegas, Dallas, Atlanta,
Atlanta,
every place but our own city.
yeah, Vegas,
This is
Atlanta.
going to be my very first event in my city, and I'm looking forward to it. And I want you all support. Come May 6th. Once again, go to CoachHightower.com and click on the accountability group. But the May 6th, stay tuned, and you will see more information about that event for May 6th. And we want you to register for that event. It's going to be a free event. We're going to be providing lunch, and I said it before. This is going to be our last free event. This event is only free because of God, as well as some major players that's helping us with this, and they want to get this out. But yeah, so you'll hear more about the May 6th Master Manhood. Please stay tuned, and please sign up when it comes out. But for right now, I need the men that's interested and wanting to be held accountable and work through these 2023 goals to go to CoachHightower.com and click on that first banner that says Free Accountability Group. Free accountability group. Okay. Other than that, man, I want to encourage you all have an amazing day. Change that mindset and realize, man, everybody has greatness in them. It's all about how you bring that greatness out of you. What you got, Big Mack?
Gonna tell everybody this. Love y'all. I really do. Be blessed. Be prosperous.
We out. Hey, have a good day. We out of here.